This is a members only video. You can actually preview this right now to see what you can expect when you become a member. Hello and thanks for joining me in this course. I've made this course specifically to help myself. If I had this course when I originally started, this would have been actually gold dust. So what you're going to get from me today is a quick overcap of what this course is intended to do, and also ideas about how to best store your ideas. So how this will work is I will actually go through all the top tips that I use in regards to getting my business idea or new brand idea down. So something that I always use, which I think you should consider as well, either get a mobile phone with the Notes app, or even better, do what I do. Get a piece of paper, sit down somewhere relaxing, get a pen and a marker, and we're going to work through an idea. What you won't know is everybody has a hidden business idea inside their brain that they just don't know yet. So what you might actually think is not a great idea would potentially be a great idea. So what I'm going to do is speak about branding overall. We're going to cover ideas. So what is a good idea? I'm going to do a proper in-depth review of this. It will be step by step, so I won't miss anything. I'm going to give you a live view as I speak, and you can actually see what I'm thinking, and we can translate that for you so you can actually get your idea out there. And then once you've got your idea out of your brain, you can decide what you want to do with that and which direction you want to do with it. But I will be supporting you along the way. We're giving you tips, ideas, and there'll be further branding episodes as well. So I'll be actually breaking this out into a few sections for you. If you get your branding and idea right originally when it starts, then moving forward, everything else will fall into place. The most important thing for me is we need to find the idea that you're passionate about. So you don't want to force an idea that you think would do well. You're better off picking a topic like I did. Who am I? Well, I'm an Amazon Live creator. I live stream on Amazon Live. I'm also approved as a live streamer on LinkedIn. I'm a Google expert photographer for local guides. I do a lot of branding ideas. I make a lot of channels. All of these channels are ideas that I like and I'm passionate about. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to transfer some of my skills to you. I want you to be passionate about your idea. So make sure to continue with the course and you'll find some amazing tips that I will share with you. I've done it for a number of years, so I'm sure we will be able to go through this journey together, and I want to get an idea as well as get you an idea that we're both going to be passionate about, and let's step forward. So how do I create a business idea or a brand from scratch? We're going to do this step by step, so you'll actually see my thinking and we'll work through this together. What I want you to do is I want you to think like I'm thinking. So the questions I'm going to ask you in your brain, answer those questions. Ideally you're using a mobile phone for note, or you have a paper or pad, jot down some notes, because when you look back at these, it makes a lot more sense once you write them down. We all think we've got a good memory and we remember these, but it'll be interesting how many we're going to get through. So I already do a number of these sessions in ideas and branding. So this is the first slate. We're starting from scratch. Let's think about this. So let's think, do I have an idea? If you already have an idea, jot it down. So I already make content around photography, gear, and live streaming, because I do a lot of live streaming online for video content creators. So we'll put that aside. That's not an idea. I already do that. What else would be a good option for me? Well, the way you want to think about ideas is, number one, think about your day. So let's look at this. Let me put this down on paper. So let's go day. Your day. What do you do in your day? Well, go through this with me. I wake up in the morning and I'm thinking, checking emails, checking Instagram, checking Twitter, the usual stuff. What do you find interesting on social media that you follow? So, okay, I like stocks and shares. I do updates and stocks plus shares. So that's kind of the morning routine. My handwriting is not great, so apologies. Next up, what do? Take the dog out for a walk. Before I do anything, go straight down, get ready, obviously, take the dog out. So we've got dog, walk. And then what do? We have a little walk in the park, a little bit of catch with the ball. What do we do next? Come home, have breakfast, and then start looking at alternative business options. So because I already have a business, I start looking at that. We're going to avoid that. We're going to keep this generic. So if you're thinking along these lines, you should already be in a morning routine. So that's my morning routine. Maybe you get up and you don't check emails. Maybe you start doing something else. Consider what that is in your mind. Even if it's trivial, if you're spending time on it, write it down. So there I've already got 2 ideas without actually even thinking about it. So technically I have enough knowledge about stocks and shares to be able to speak about investing opportunities. What am I investing in at the moment? How is it doing for me? Am I getting an income from that? Am I getting interest? Am I getting a good return? Okay, possibly. That's something to think about. So possibly I should be doing a channel where I talk about my stocks and shares. I could do it. Technically, I've got the ability to be able to talk about it. Now, the question here is, a lot of people will ask themselves, actually, I'm not an expert in this. But you don't need to be an expert. As long as you know a bit more than someone who wants to learn from you, you're a good person to learn from. I wouldn't want to go to someone who's mastered stocks and shares, who's a financial accountant, for this information. They'll be too far ahead from me. So I would like to learn from someone who's only a couple of steps ahead of me, which is a good way. So that gives me an idea. Stocks and shares possibility. I walk my dog. I'm passionate about dogs. I like different breeds of dogs. I like looking after my dog, grooming, pet care, all the little things that come alongside that. So possibly we could even do a pet channel. You know, there's 2 little ideas there that just was sprung to me. And this is actually just as is. So you're seeing this as I'm coming up with it. Okay, so we'll stick with those 2 ideas. So that's the idea segment that we've done. Next up, we need to put these into some sort of flow. So the next section, we're going to look at what or where to take your idea. Welcome back. So now we've got a few ideas. I've got 2 there. I could go down and come up with more. Let's put that in the ideas box there. So in the top corner, we have ideas. Next, where to take your idea. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So we can move this over to the next section of where do we take it. So we briefly discussed a couple of options there for me, stocks and shares and dog walking. They're trivial things, but when you think about them and you break them down, they could actually be whole brands around these. So for example, I could do Zulf Talks Financials and talk about stocks and shares, savings, credit cards. I have enough knowledge about that. I've worked in finance company for a number of years, so I do have a background in that as well. So I'm kind of not cheating, but I'm using my experience to make additional content that people might struggle with. So where would I take that idea? Well, stocks and shares is one element of finances. How about people struggling with money? They're not too sure how to look after their credit cards, their savings. That's a potential way of taking this. So I could do a financial channel. YouTube would be an option. I could do a blog. I could do a podcast. 3 options already that we're thinking about. So so I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to pause the video there. This is a members only video. That does mean the full version of this video with the full detailed breakdown is only available when you join my YouTube channel. So there's a subscribe button below. If you're already subscribed, excellent. If you're not, that's the first thing to do. You can actually click the join button, and once you click the join button, that allows you to become a member of my channel. There is a fee as part of this. However, in return, you get extra perks like access to the members only videos. So you'll get the full version of this video and you can actually watch it all to learn something. It's a lot cheaper than having to pay for a Udemy or Skillshare course, which can be a lot more money. So I've made these available to different budgets. So what you need to do is join, and then you'll get access to the playlist of these videos and you can watch the full video there. So as soon as you become a member, you can watch the full video. I'll see you on my next video.